Close your eyes for a moment. Let the world around you fall away just for this little while. I want you to imagine a place of quiet reverence, a place of stone markers and sleeping earth, a cemetery, perhaps there is one you know well, a place you have visited with a heavy heart. Picture yourself walking along its silent paths. The air is still. You can hear the gentle rustle of leaves, the distant song of a bird. You are approaching a specific place, a plot of earth that holds a sacred memory for you. You stop before a headstone bearing a name you know, a name etched not just in granite, but upon your heart. You reach out and touch the cool stone. You whisper a name, a prayer, a memory. In that moment, surrounded by the silence of the departed, a question rises from the depths of your soul, a question we have all asked in the quiet chambers of our grief. Do they know I am here? Can they feel this love I still carry for them? Does any of this matter? The world may tell you it is a one-way conversation, a ritual for your own comfort. But faith reveals a deeper truth, a mystery that binds heaven and earth, the living and the dead, in a communion so profound it defies our understanding. Have you ever wondered what truly happens in that sacred space between your prayer and their eternity? There was a soul, a humble Polish nun, who was granted the grace to not just wonder, but to see. Her name was Saint Faustina Kowalska, the apostle of divine mercy, and what she lived, what she saw, she has told us, so that our hope might be made firm. To understand what she revealed, you must first understand the state of a soul that has departed this life, but is not yet prepared for the full, unveiled glory of God's presence. The Church calls this state purgatory. It is a word often shrouded in fear, imagined as a place of mere punishment. But through the eyes of Saint Faustina, we are shown a different reality. It is not so much a place as it is a condition of the soul, a condition of intense, purifying love. Imagine a soul at the moment it leaves the body. In an instant, in what is called the particular judgment, it sees itself as God sees it. It beholds its entire life, every thought, every word, every deed, every omission, bathed in the pure, unadulterated light of divine truth. For the first time, it understands perfectly the infinite holiness of God and the infinite love that was offered to it at every moment of its existence. And in that same instant, the soul sees every stain, every attachment to sin, every wound of selfishness that mars its own beauty. It sees how these imperfections prevent it from entering into the perfect union for which it was created. And a great, consuming fire of love is ignited within it. It is not a fire of God's anger. It is the fire of the soul's own love for God, now finally perfected. It is a burning, agonizing longing to be pure, to be holy, to be worthy of standing before the beloved. This longing, this intense desire for purification, is the suffering of purgatory. It is a pain born not of retribution, but of a love so immense it willingly embraces its own cleansing. The soul in this state is utterly helpless, on its own. It has passed beyond the time of merit. It can no longer choose to perform a good work, offer a sacrifice, or say a prayer for itself. Its purification is now entirely dependent on the justice and mercy of God, and on you, on the love that remains on this side of the veil. This is where your visit to the grave becomes something more than a memory. It becomes an act of immense spiritual power. Saint Faustina tells us of her encounters with these suffering souls. They would appear to her, often at night, their faces filled with a deep and sorrowful longing. They were not frightening apparitions, but souls pleading for help, for a spiritual drink of water in their desert of purification. She wrote in her diary of one such encounter with the spirit of a deceased sister. The soul appeared to her, surrounded by a terrible fire, and explained her suffering. She had been lukewarm in her faith, and now she burned with the fire of a love she had neglected on earth. She begged Faustina for prayers, telling her that even a small prayer offered with a pure heart brought immense relief. Now, return to that image of yourself at the graveside. You are standing there, your heart full of love and memory. You make the sign of the cross. You begin to pray. In the spiritual realm, something profound is happening. Your prayer, born of love and faith, does not simply echo in the silence. it ascends directly to the throne of God, carried by your guardian angel. And by God's infinite mercy, the merit of your prayer is applied directly to the soul you are praying for. What does that soul feel? Saint Faustina's visions give us a glimpse. Imagine that soul is immersed in its purifying longing. It is a state of spiritual darkness, not a darkness of despair, but the darkness of waiting for the dawn. Suddenly, a ray of light pierces that twilight. It is a warmth, a refreshment, a gentle dew falling upon its burning thirst. It is the tangible grace of your love. The soul knows it is being prayed for. It recognizes the love from which the prayer originates. It feels your presence, not as a physical sight, but as a spiritual consolation. It is as if you have reached across the veil and offered it a cool cup of water. The torment of its longing is eased. The intensity of its purification is lessened for a moment. Hope, which was already present, is now kindled into a brighter flame. Your prayer becomes a source of strength for that soul, helping it to endure its purification with greater patience and love. It feels a surge of gratitude, not just towards God, but towards you. In that moment, the bond of love between you is not just remembered, it is actively strengthened. It becomes a living, breathing connection in the communion of saints. This is why your visit matters so profoundly. Every rosary you pray at a graveside, every mass you have offered for your beloved dead, every small act of charity you perform in their name, none of it is wasted. Each act is a drop of precious water on a thirsty soul. It is a tangible expression of mercy that participates in their journey toward heaven. Saint Faustina often spoke of how eagerly these souls awaited the prayers of the faithful. She once saw her own guardian angel, who told her to follow him. He led her, in a spiritual sense, to a misty place filled with fire, a place teeming with suffering souls. They were praying with great fervor, but their prayers were for themselves and had no power. The only thing that could help them were the prayers coming from earth. Faustina saw the Blessed Mother Mary visiting them. She did not bring them to heaven immediately, but she brought them refreshment. She was known to them as the Star of the Sea, a beacon of hope in their trial. When Mary would visit, the flames of their suffering would be momentarily cooled, and a great peace would descend upon them. When you visit a grave, you are participating in this same mission of mercy. You are becoming, in a small way, an instrument of the Blessed Mother's consolation. Your presence and your prayers bring a taste of that same refreshment, that same hope, to the soul you love. They feel more than just your prayers. They also feel the love behind them. The soul in purgatory, in its state of heightened spiritual awareness, is keenly sensitive to the movements of the heart. When you stand at their grave and recall a fond memory, when you feel a wave of love and gratitude for the life they lived, that love reaches them. It is a spiritual communication. It reassures them that they are not forgotten, that the bonds forged on earth in love are not broken by death. This knowledge is an immense comfort. It helps them to understand that their earthly life, with all its struggles, had meaning and purpose, and that the love they gave and received continues to bear fruit, even after their passing. They also feel your sorrow. They see your grief, but they do not experience it as you do. From their perspective, now enlightened by divine truth, they understand the temporary nature of this separation. They see the grand tapestry of God's plan in a way we cannot. So while they are aware of your pain, and it may even be a part of their own purification to see the suffering their sins may have caused others, their primary feeling is one of hopeful anticipation. They long to be reunited with you, not in sorrow, but in the unending joy of heaven. Your grief, when united with prayer, becomes a powerful force for their release. It is a suffering offered up, a sacrifice that has immense value in the spiritual economy of the Church. Think of the holy souls in this way. They are standing on the shores of eternity, gazing across the water towards the brilliant light of their heavenly home. But they cannot make the final crossing on their own. They are being cleansed of the last vestiges of earthly dust that cling to them. Your prayers, your visits, your sacrifices, these are the winds that fill their sails and bring them more swiftly to that blessed shore. Saint Faustina lived this reality so intensely that she made a pact to offer all of her spiritual merits for the souls in purgatory. She understood the immense power we hold in our hands to help them. She knew that this act of charity was one of the greatest we could perform. Why? Because the souls we help are not ungrateful. Once a soul, aided by your prayers, finally completes its purification and enters the glory of heaven, it does not forget you. On the contrary, its gratitude becomes eternal. It now stands before the throne of God, seeing Him face to face. And in that perfect state of love, it remembers you. It remembers your visit to its grave, your whispered prayer, your offered mass, and it begins to pray for you. You gain a powerful intercessor in heaven, a friend who knows your struggles, your weaknesses, and your deepest desires. This soul, whom you helped in its time of need, now becomes your tireless advocate before God. It will never cease to repay your charity with its own powerful prayers, guarding you, guiding you, and obtaining for you graces you may never even know you needed. This is the beautiful, cyclical nature of the communion of saints. The love you give is returned to you 100-fold. So the next time you feel that pull to visit a cemetery, do not dismiss it as mere sentimentality. Recognize it as a holy inspiration, a call from the Holy Spirit to participate in a profound work of mercy. When you walk among those silent stones, know that you are walking on holy ground, a place where the veil between worlds is thin. When you lay flowers, see it not just as a gesture of remembrance, but as an outward sign of the living beauty of your love, a love that still reaches and touches the one you have lost. When you trace the name on the stone, know that you are touching not just a marker, but the edge of a great mystery. And when you pray, pray with confidence. Speak to them, tell them you love them, tell them you miss them. Ask for their forgiveness for any way you may have failed them, and offer your forgiveness for any way they may have hurt you. Unburden your heart. Then, offer your prayers for their eternal rest. Offer a rosary. Offer the Divine Mercy Chaplet, a prayer Saint Faustina herself was given for this very purpose, to plead the merits of Christ's passion for the forgiveness of sins. Know that in that moment, the soul you are praying for feels it. It feels the light. It feels the relief. It feels your love. It is a moment of profound communion. You are not alone. They are not alone. You are united in the heart of Christ, who is the resurrection and the life. This is the comforting truth that Saint Faustina's life and visions reveal to us. Death does not have the final say, love does. The bonds we forge in Christ are eternal. Your visit to a grave is a testament to this truth. It is an act of faith, a beacon of hope, and the most powerful expression of a love that death cannot conquer. It is a whisper of prayer that echoes in eternity, bringing comfort to the departed and drawing down grace upon you, the one who remembers.